He's probably not seeing it. I love these glasses. You're looking so
Welcome like a deer. Welcome like a deer. Welcome like a deer. Welcome like a deer. Melody.
Nice, cool day. First, I want to recognize council members who are with us. Councilmember Shayla Lynch, Councilmember Brenda Menares, Councilmember Denise Gray, Councilmember Dave Savigny, Councilmember Jennifer Reynolds, and Councilmember Kathy Ploman. I also would like to thank State Representative George Brown for being with us, as well as State Senator Reggie Thomas, who's with us. You were my marching partner yesterday. Thank you so much. Today, we're here to recognize the work to reduce gun violence by our Lexington Police Department, One Lexington, and our community partners. Through their hard work, we've seen a significant reduction in gun violence here in Lexington, especially among our youth. Last year, we saw a 46% drop in homicides and the lowest number of shootings since 2018. This takes a community. In 2022, Lexington sadly lost 44 people to homicide. They were our friends, our family, our co-workers, and our community members. Last year, Divine Karama and his One Lexington team committed itself to push harder and help our youth who have been affected by gun violence. And his team members, as well as Divine, are up here with us, Larry Johnson and Kenneth Payne. We provided them more resources. In concert with Chief Weathers and our Division of Police, as well as many partners, their work has helped our community. I'd first like to welcome Chief Weathers to talk to us a little bit about the work of his officers to provide a safer community. Welcome, Chief.
This is truly a team effort, but I want to say to Divine, you don't know how inspirational it is and important it is when somebody comes to you with a dream, and that's all it is a dream. And through hard work and perseverance and dedication, and without a doubt, love, that dream becomes reality. And when it's saving lives, brother, thank you. That's from my heart. But you know, working with One Lexington and being part of One Lexington, it allows us to meet people where we are or where they are. It allows us to bring the resources that they need directly to them. And I think because of that, because of what our officers put into it, what my staff puts into it, I think that and what the community definitely puts into it makes Lexington a safer place for everybody. So thank you.
Thank you, Chief Weathers. One Lexington has evolved since its inception in 2017. All along, the initiative has been focused on addressing violent crime, especially gun violence, among our youth and young adults. In 2021, I brought Divine Karama into my office as the new director of One Lexington. During his time in that role, we have expanded resources and programming, offered tools to help prevent youth gun violence, and supported those affected by violent crime. Divine can't do it all alone. I want you to notice this large group of people up here. It includes many of our community partners. We cannot do it without our community partners. I'm so happy we have been able to bring 2 staff members on board as part of the team. Larry Johnson is our Community Outreach Coordinator. Give away. And Kenneth Payne is our Crisis Response Coordinator. Together, this team has done great work. It is work that a lot of us in this room wouldn't go do. It's down and dirty in the community, in the neighborhoods. And so I want to invite Divine to talk a little bit about the program and the goals for this year. Divine?
First, I just wanted to thank our mayor, Linda Gordon, just for her belief in One Lexington's mission and the work. Thanks to my family and my friend, Chief Weathers. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your support. And thanks to my brothers from another mother. I wouldn't go to war with any 2 other individuals than these 2 brothers right here, Kenneth and Larry. But I want to start with just a few names, if you don't mind. Marquise Tompkins, Justin Cook and Timothy Harris, Lakeisha Hill, DeMar Weathers, Clinton Brown, Michael Stennett, and Jalen Henderson, Kevin Reed, Christopher Valdez, Beverly Keysecker, Stacy Marshall and Willie Dixon, Malik Sleet, Arlise Stewart, Demetrius Hampton, Christina Fikes, Taiwan Pearson, Christopher Lewis, Trayvon Cummins, Estal Lopez, and Devin Dockery Jr. If we could just give a brief moment of silence for those 23 individuals that we lost to gun violence in 2023. Thank you all. Never want to forget, obviously we're here today to talk about progress, and numbers are going to go up and go down, but we can't forget that these are people that we have lost, people that will never come back, families that are forever changed. And so we never want to forget that we are talking about people. And so our word for 2023 obviously is progress. And progress means that there are signs that we are heading towards the right direction. But we also understand, everybody up here understands, that we still got a long way to go before every single resident in every neighborhood in Lexington feels safe and feels that there's opportunity out there for them. The mayor has talked about some of the numbers and statistics as far as the progress we've seen in 2023, but I want to talk a little bit about the why. Obviously, we as a country, as society, are coming out of the pandemic. Nationally, I believe we saw about a 13% decrease in gun violence, and Lexington exceeded that national average. And so I think part of the progress is we are finally getting out of this pandemic that impacted our most vulnerable so much. Obviously, another part to the progress is the great work of the police department and public safety, the advancements that they're doing with technology, and the strides that they're making despite their numbers being down. I think that that's a huge part. I think our city's focus on racial equity is another thing that is lending its hand to reducing and addressing gun violence in our community. But then that final piece is a citywide effort, a diverse ecosystem of community partners like these individuals up here that are coming together with an intentional focus on those who've been impacted by gun violence. We have created a stream of services and programs to support those who are most vulnerable within our community. And these are just some of the programs that we've either spearheaded or partnered with some of these organizations. We have our It Takes a Village summer program and in-school mentoring program. One program that is really picking up steam is called No Cap, which is a program specifically focused on youth with incarcerated parents or who have been affected by gun violence, and it provides free programming for them. Our community response efforts led by Kenneth Payne, our Faith Collective led by Larry Johnson. We got several programs geared towards supporting families who've been impacted by gun violence, training opportunities for community partners, our Downtown Peacekeepers Initiative, grant programs for nonprofits. I believe we got a couple of recipients that are up here with us. And these are nonprofits who are addressing gun violence. Our collaborations with Fayette County Public Schools, which you'll be hearing from one of the schools here in a second, working with judges, probation officers, other alternative programs, a real robust ecosystem. But moving forward in 2024, we really want to transition from this kind of continuum of care and services to a continuum of opportunity. How do we help these underserved neighborhoods, these underserved young people gain more opportunities so that they don't fall victim to the cycle of violence? And that opportunity looks a lot like our Be the Change scholarship program. We collaborate with Galls and Central Bank, and we provide a college scholarship for rising seniors of color at Bryan Station High School who want to go into the criminal justice field. That could be public safety, forensic science, it could be law. But in 2020, we encouraged these young people to get out there and protest and talk about what they saw and what they didn't like. This program encourages those young people to actually be the change. Go out and be the diversity that you want to see within the system. And then obviously the continued work of Tiffany Brown in the mayor's office and the work that she's doing around equity. We're finding a lot of crossover in her work and in the root causes of gun violence. And so we look forward to continue working with her. And so I'll close with saying, and this is always a challenge to the community, is how I want to close my remarks. We cannot save the streets without the streets. And what I mean by that is we need those individuals with that lived experience. We need individuals who are living in these communities that are being impacted by gun violence each and every night. We need you to be a part of this fight with us. I don't care if you got a suit and tie. I don't care if you have a college degree or you don't. I don't care what your criminal record is. All of us have something to offer. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I never in a million years would have thought I would be here. So if God can use me to make a difference in our community, he can use all of us. And so all those individuals out there, we want you to be a part of this fight with us. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Divine. As I've said before, during COVID, we saw the critical need and importance of community partnerships, which Divine mentioned. What is going on here is very, very special. This is disruption, right? Yes, this is disruption in the best sense of the word. Community violence intervention by many people. And as Divine said, we need all the folks we can get who are involved in this disruption. So the partnerships which continue today have helped police and One Lexington. It's all part of this bigger scheme. So one of those partners is with us today. Melody Westerfield oversees our It Takes a Village mentoring program at William Wells Brown Elementary. She has worked with One Lexington for several years and provides great tools and resources for youth at school. And I want to welcome Melody to the podium to tell a little bit about what her work is.
All right, if nervous was a thing, that's me right now, okay? Listen, it takes a village with Karam. First of all, let me just start off with 2 words that he said was intentional. You have to be intentional about building relationships. William Wells Brown Elementary School is a very unique school. It is the heart of East End, and it is a very special school. And having people who have different backgrounds and who look like them come in and be intentional about building relationships with them, yes. Knowing where they come from, knowing what they've been through, right? So that's what it takes, it takes building relationships with them. Karam comes in and he hasn't, so the break happened and our kids have come back and they're on Monday, he comes in on Monday and they're like, where is he? Where is he? They're looking for him. They're looking for those conversations. They're looking for that relief. They're looking for this built in It Takes a Village wraparound program. And so for our school, him coming in and being a part of a relationship, and it's not just him, it's several people behind me who have touched, it's several people out there who come in and is intentional about building relationships and want to wrap around. We start from the door of their homes. We show up at their homes. We put them in our cars. We take them where they need to go and where they need to be. And that's how intentional you have to be when you're at William Wells Brown Elementary School and you're doing all the things for all the people, okay? It's parents, it's aunties, it's grandmothers, it's whomever. And so I'll end with, it does take a village. And I thank you for being that village at William Wells Brown. Thank you.
Thank you, Melody. So I just want to say again how proud I am of the work being done by our Division of Police, One Lexington, and our community partners. It takes this kind of a team. No one of those entities can do this by themselves. This is a community initiative. We've seen great strides in reduction of youth violence, but we are not sitting back. We know we can't stop. One homicide is one too many. One victim of gun violence is one too many. We are all laser focused on this effort for Lexington. We do not want our youth, our young adults and families, to have their lives turned upside down by gun violence. No one wants that, right? So that is why we stay focused on this hard work. This is really hard work. It's not easy. We provide the tools, the resources, the support that's needed to help prevent future gun violence. And we support those who have been affected by gun violence. This is what this is all about. We will not stop. We will never stop. So I want to thank you all for being here. I'm sure that the chief, Divine, any of our partners, myself will be happy to take your questions one-on-one. Thank you very much.